That crash happened just after 3:15 this afternoon on the Jersey City side near the Holland Tunnel ventilation shaft. We now know 3 people, adults and 3 children, were all killed, a family of 5 from Spain and their pilot. All of their bodies have been recovered at this hour, and the investigation is just beginning. And new video shows the moment the chopper went down. Take a look at this. We're freezing it right there before it hits the water. The man who took this video said he was left stunned as he watched that chopper start to fall apart in midair. And here's a live look now at the scene at the Hudson River here. We expect crews to be removing the helicopter from the water here tonight, possibly later this hour. We will bring that to you live if and when it happens. Until then, we have team coverage of this breaking story, including new information on the helicopter company. But we're going to start with Lori Bordenero. She's live in Jersey City with the latest. Bori, you've been out there pretty much all evening since we first learned about this crash.
And Alan, right now we know all 6 victims have been pulled from the water, that pilot and that family from Spain. And take a look here and you can see, again, that helicopter remains upside down in the water. That yellow boat with a crane will eventually pull it out. We have also seen parts of the helicopter floating in the water here, a brown seat, a door, as well as a child's pink shoe and safety pamphlets. Authorities say that the helicopter had taken off from the downtown heliport around 3 this afternoon, reached the George Washington Bridge, then turned around, crashing into the Hudson at about 3:17 near the Holland Tunnel ventilation shaft in Jersey City. The bodies of the 3 adults and 3 children were pulled from the water, including a family from Spain and their pilot. Their identities have not been released. Many witnesses here describe hearing a loud boom and say the chopper came down quickly, pieces breaking off as it hit the water.
Coming in for practice, and we saw this helicopter flying northbound over the river, and all of a sudden, not sure, there was like looked like might have been a bunch of birds and everything, but all of a sudden we saw the tail end of the helicopter pop off and the main rotor go flying off as the helicopter the main body of it started to fall backwards into the water.
Suddenly I hear like a very metallic sound, like a thud, and I look out the window and I see like splashes. And it's very I opened my door to my apartment and all my neighbors started like looking at me frantically. What happened? I didn't know what exactly it was, but I knew that something bad has happened. And later, I even see bodies or people taking bodies out.
Still an investigation. We want to be cautious about releasing any information until we're able to notify family members and the communication with the consulate.
And the NTSB is launching an investigation. Crews expected to arrive here later this evening. We're live in Jersey City. Lori Bordenero, CBS News, New York.
All right, Lori, that couldn't have been something easy for any of those witnesses to see. Thank you for that report. For more insight on this deadly plane crash, let's bring in Captain Joseph Farrell. He's the co-founder of Fort Lauderdale-based Resolve Marine Group, Captain Joseph, good evening. Thank you for being here with us. So witnesses described seeing the rotor separating from the helicopter and then spiraling down into the water. We had that video there. Could you, in your best way, explain how something as catastrophic as this could have happened?
Yeah, thank you. It looks like obviously a major structural failure, and it could have easily been done by a rotor blade coming off. We've done a number of these recoveries. Recovered a Black Hawk helicopter for the Army. But anyways, this looks like she was a catastrophic failure. We're assuming maybe mechanical the way it sounds, but you just never know. And that's where these investigations will come out. Real quickly, Resolve is a world leader in rescuing vessels and things like this nature.
So a follow-up question for you there. You spoke about, maybe a rotor came off and that's what caused the meltdown in midair there. Could it be something as simple as a small piece that then starts a chain reaction with that much inertia and energy in the air that ultimately results in the failure of major components of that helicopter?
Very good question, and it's usually exactly what it is. Usually contributing factors, but with a structural failure, these things are lightweight. This whole aircraft is under 2 tons. Having said that, it's lightly built for that purpose, but you're only as good as your weakest link, and a bolt holding these rotors on, something like that failed, cracked, and I'm not saying it's that. We just don't know. It's kind of premature to even probably speculate, but given the good videos that you guys are all getting, it's pretty conclusive that it was a major fuselage failure. What caused it, simply, if they saw the rotor come off, that could be it. And your question these are small pieces that hold these things together. A lot of energy on them.
Yeah, and these videos are tough to watch. We know the bodies have been recovered from the water now, 6 people. They still need to remove the physical helicopter. That could happen here within the next hour. Can you speak to us about what that process looks like?
It'll be pretty straightforward now that, sad as it is to say, the bodies are recovered, the best part about this. But going forward now, it's just a matter of getting an attachment onto the rotor mast, which is a very strong, stout structural mast that the rotor is attached to. So that's all you have to really do is get a line onto that. And any small crane, any crane could do it. I did see an Army Corps crane, which are, our government equipment, and that's certainly capable there. So it's just murky waters, chilly waters for the divers, but I'm not sure they'll affect it at night. I'm not, what's to be gained by working at night for the divers. There's a bit of risk there at this point.
And the last question I have for you here, big picture wise, what comes next after this in the weeks and possibly months that will go into this investigation to figuring out how this chopper went down?
It's unbelievable what the NTSB, FAA, NTSB does on these investigations. When we did the value check, this is right in the beginning, before we had any real terrorism threats here, or we had threats but nothing carried out on U.S. soil. And at that point, they took everything. And we were able to find these small oxygen canisters, but they gave us every detail. They came back and told us how the engines were going at full power. By pulling the engines apart, they saw what happened, the shafts broke. So they'll go through everything, looking for explosive residue, obviously, in the aircraft, and all the failures. And there'll be something they will find. They will find something that will cause this, but it could take a while, and everything has to be now taken to a secure warehouse and dealt with accordingly. But they'll need to recover most every piece they can. So if people find these pieces on the rotor pieces on the beaches or something, let the authorities know.
Yeah, and we just saw Lori was out there and she had a piece of what we appear to be the helicopter door floating all the way across the river. This is Captain Joseph Farrell. We appreciate you speaking with us here today. Your insight is very valuable.
And our prayers to the casualties. Thank you.
Absolutely. Bye. Captain, thank you. Now, we're also hearing from the first time, I should say, the CEO of the company that was operating the helicopter. Investigative reporter Tim McNicholas just spoke with him. So, Tim, you're also learning details about the company that owns the helicopter.
That's right, Alan. So the helicopter is owned by Meridian Helicopters. That's a company based in Louisiana. The company describes itself online as a helicopter brokerage. They say they sell and lease and refurbish helicopters. We have obtained video of the Bell 206 helicopter from well before the crash. This is video posted online last year by the operator, New York Helicopter. Their CEO says they leased the chopper from Meridian. We just spoke very briefly over the phone with that CEO, Michael Roth.
I don't know anything how this went down. The only thing I could tell you, we are devastated. My wife hasn't stopped crying since this afternoon. We're a small company. I'm a father and a grandfather, and we're just devastated.
Yeah.
No clue what happened.
He said investigators have not told him anything about the cause. Roth also said he's been in business for 28 years. He said his company does everything correctly and they, quote, follow all the rules and more, Alan. He did decline to go into specifics about the inspection history of that helicopter.
All right. Thank you for that reporting, Tim. We'll talk to you real soon.
Sure.
Questions this evening about what role the weather may have played in the helicopter crash, if any at all. Meteorologist Vanessa Murdoch is here now with the details on the weather conditions this afternoon. Vanessa.
Here are the logistics. What happened this afternoon around the time of the crash? We had an air temperature of 46 degrees. The water temperature was 50. First responders certainly that was not ideal. Skies were overcast. The visibility was fine at 10 miles. I know many want to know about the winds. Well, listen, the winds were not that powerful today. They were gusting at 18 to 21 miles per hour. So whether or not weather was involved in this crash, we cannot say. But I can tell you, based upon what was going on at the time, it doesn't seem likely. Now, let's talk about what you can expect as we move forward in the forecast. It is going to be an unsettled stretch, and we have already begun this very bleak pattern, if you will. We've got some very light rain falling across portions of the Garden State to the lower Hudson. Notice we also have some wet snowflakes mixing on in. There might be some minor accumulations tonight, well north of the city. I'm talking Sullivan County mainly, with possibly a dusting. But Friday night into Saturday morning, there's a possibility up in this realm that 3 to 6 inches of accumulation could unfold. Tonight, showers, you should expect them. We bottom out at 41 degrees. Of course, those wet flakes north and west of the city should be expected as well. And as we check out your 3-day forecast for your day tomorrow, it's 47 degrees, showers and breezy during the day. Wettest overnight into Saturday when it's raw and rainy, 45. Again, some accumulating snow to start your day north and west. Then Sunday, we're going to have slow clearing through the day, but it will be more mild at 56 degrees. We'll get into some more details on this in my full first alert forecast. Alan, back to you.
All right, Vanessa, thank you. In breaking news here, we've got a live look right now, our first live look, I should say, of what is left of the helicopter there on the Hudson River, where crews right now are removing that helicopter that, of course, crashed around 3:20 this afternoon. All 6 people on board this chopper died. Their bodies have been recovered. And I can tell just from looking at this live with you guys there at home, there is not much left of that 206 Bell chopper that slammed into the Hudson River. We're going to continue to keep an eye on this as this crane works to remove it. And like we just heard, they're likely moving it to a secure location to then figure out how a crash like this could happen. We'll have much more on the crash at the bottom of the hour.